are back and black in the building. Shout out to everybody out there at the Core Plantation doing what they need to do to survive. Man, we back. Let's get it. Man, shout out to Roll Call. Shout out to everybody out there at the Core Plantation. Oh, man, let's do it. Shout out to the homegirl, Shawnee. Philly in the building. Shout out to the homegirl, Erica. Florida, a.k.a. Florida in the building. Shout out to my brothers. David for No Compromise. Joe's in the building. James Youngblood, Texas is in the building. Shout out to everybody in Las Vegas, Nevada. We gonna get on Vegas today. Oh yeah, we gonna get on Vegas today. Shout out to all my siblings out there handling business. Man, shout out to Miss Tanya LaTanya. Shout out to the homegirl Jerica. Shout out to the homegirl Melina. Representing North Carolina, aka North Kakalaka. Man, we got a great topic today. I got some audio of something that I want y'all to hear. And it's just a little reminiscent of Leave the World Behind, if you've seen that movie. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Let's get it. Hey. Man. Let me cut this down and let me see if I can get the audio. Here we go.
Service has been restored after an outage impacting much of southern Nevada.
For at least 2 hours, Metro Police, Henderson Police, North Las Vegas Police, Nevada State Police, and Las Vegas Fire and Rescue all said calls to their dispatch center were not going through.
And Fox 5's Mike Allen is live out.
Did y'all just hear that? They said North
Nevada
Las
State
Vegas
Police and Las Vegas Fire.
Listen to all these people that went
Nevada.
For at least 2 hours, Metro Police, Henderson Police, North Las Vegas Police, Nevada State Police, and Las Vegas Fire and Rescue all said calls to their dispatch center were not going through.
And how does that happen in the world of technology, which runs the world at this point in time in our lives, that all of a sudden 911 doesn't work? Do y'all think they are testing it for something bigger and greater at stake? And it just happened to be one of the fastest growing cities in the United States of America, the last growing metropolis in the United States of America. Because Las Vegas is considered a metropolis. And 911 doesn't work?
Fox 5's Mike Allen is live outside of Metro headquarters with what we know and what we don't.
Yeah, so just a bit ago, I was on the phone with Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, who we mentioned was part of this outage, and was told they've seen 911 outages before, but none.
Yeah, right. When? Because I lived out there 24 years, and 911 always worked. I bet you work when somebody calling the motherfucking 911 on a nigga, they probably screen the calls. What's his call regarding? Oh, a nigga done slapped the shit. Oh, don't worry. We be there right away. Don't even worry about that.
Quite to this scale. And I'm going to tell you about the scale in just a minute, but first I want to give you a little bit of a background. The agencies that we talked with say during the outage, everyone who called 911 was called back almost immediately.
So 911 like, look, we can't answer your phone, but we'll call you back. We got you on call. Wait, stop.
Basically, the operators were able to see the caller ID, and even though they weren't able to pick up the call and be connected with the person, they did call them right back. The agencies we talked with, again, say that everyone who called did get an immediate response. And also, the agencies who were affected posted on social media the different ways that they could be reached with alternative numbers, and also a 911 text line, which was operational throughout the night.
So the phone didn't work, but you could text us, though. Oh, hey, don't call me, just text. Man, nigga, what? You 911. Y'all know better than that.
Now, we talked with police also, state police, I should say, who told us this did not impact northern Nevada, just the southern part of the state, Nye and Clark counties. And as of right now, we still don't know exactly how.
And Nye County is Pahrump. Of course, where these cities are growing, y'all need to look at what's going on. Las Vegas is a major metropolis now. So, of course, it's going to be right there. It's not going to be northern Nevada. Nobody really goes to northern Nevada like that. Everybody comes to southern Nevada, where Las Vegas is located.
happened. But we will update you when information comes out about the cause of this outage on air on Fox 5 Vegas and online on fox5vegas.com. Reporting live tonight from Metro headquarters, Mike Allen, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.
Las Vegas is just one of the places that saw an emergency call outage tonight. We're aware of departments in Texas, Nebraska, and South Dakota all reporting the same problem. Service has been restored in at least some of those places. Again, still no word on what is behind these outages.
Yeah. I know what's behind these outages. Let's put the music back on. I know exactly what's behind these outages. It's called Leave the World Behind. That's some ridiculous bullshit right there. Man. Let's see if we can get something else on this topic at hand. Let's see. Not Fox 5. Let's see if we can get something else. If not, let's see. We're going to try to see if we get one more thing, and after that, we're just going to have a discussion
Brewing
about
delicious coffee with Nespresso.
Yeah, we don't do commercials. Not over here. We don't get paid to do commercials. So stop. Man.
Overnight, emergency services down. 911 outages affecting parts of multiple states and even whole city police departments. As cyber attacking remains a major concern for authorities across the country.
Rescue dispatcher 49.
Across 4 states, residents unable to reach police or ambulances, with a full statewide outage in South Dakota. In Nebraska, local authorities saying landlines were still getting through, but all carriers were down Wednesday night except for T-Mobile. The border city of Del Rio, Texas, issuing a community alert.
You may have difficulty reaching us internally, and we're having difficulty receiving 911 calls as well.
I bet you
Overnight
are.
in busy Las Vegas, residents couldn't get through to 911 on cell phones or landlines for 2 hours. Law enforcement having to come up with a workaround.
They will not be able to talk to a person, but we'll get the phone number. Law enforcement agency will call them back. They will transfer that call to our cell phone, and they will then be able to talk to a live person, and we will dispatch the appropriate units.
It's unclear what caused the outages, but it comes as the Department of Homeland Security has told officials to be on the lookout for cyber threats. The government warning in the past that there's an increased risk of cyber attacks to 911 services as they move to internet-based systems. Many Americans relieved, but searching for an explanation. As services come back online this morning.
Okay, so Aaron, one of the causes may be a cyber attack. If not that, like what else could it be?
Well, at least one police department in Del Rio, Texas, is reporting that this could have something to do with the cellular system, potentially major carriers, although saying that it rather than a civic system, but you know, we need to wait and see. We're out to major carriers such as AT&T and T-Mobile.
Of course.
Have not heard back. It doesn't appear to be a Verizon situation. It's also potentially relating to how these calls are routed in general. But again, you're going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, and it's interesting. 4 different states around the country. Yeah. Okay. All right, Aaron, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Yeah. So let's have this discussion. Let's have this discussion now. We've watched the movie Leave the World Behind. So after we've watched this movie, and Hollywood will put truth and mix it with lies, but they'll definitely put the truth. Did y'all not expect that would happen? Yeah, it happened in Nebraska and Texas and all that, but let me tell you something about those states compared to Las Vegas. Nebraska, Texas, they got farms, they got land, they know how to, I would say this, they know how to navigate through life without digital systems. That's the way they've been raised and been trained in certain states and cities. Las Vegas don't got no farms and ain't got no type of lifestyle like that. Everything is digitized in Vegas. Everything is up to date and all digitized and internet friendly. So what are you gonna do if the internet goes out? If there is an emergency, what have you thought of? What is your plan? It's even for me. Even me, what is your plan? What you gonna do? What are you gonna do if they say ain't no more toilet tissue and ain't no more water? Then what? What if you say there's a shortage of food? What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna go? It's survival of the fittest. That's why we have to start conditioning ourselves to live in certain places where there's natural resources and an abundance of them. If you live in a city or you live in a state where there's constantly a water shortage or something like that, you might want to start looking for a different state to live in. Well, why would you say that? Well, because let me tell you something. California has a water shortage. We know that for sure. And what you think they're going to do when they tired of giving out water? They're going to charge more for the water. And then when that ain't working, they're going to just start cutting motherfuckers' water off. Cut their motherfucking water supply off. Because we told these motherfuckers we ain't giving out no more water. That could happen. And they can blame it on a natural disaster. They can blame it on, oh, we don't have enough water, or the well pumps don't work and things like that. You have to be prepared for those things. These things are true. What did Dr. Claude Anderson say? They're gonna, David from No Compromise heard him say that, James Youngblood, anybody that knows about Dr. Claude Anderson, he said this a million times. He said it in his books, and he said it in public speaking. And he said it several times with several different people that's interviewed him. They're gonna have mass famines, water shortages, food supplies, stuff like that. He's been saying that for years. What happened when they cut off that damn toilet paper and cut off the water? Man, people was going crazy. People was going crazy. Let me tell you something. This is going to be survival of the fittest, especially big major cities like Las Vegas, Nevada, big cities like Los Angeles, California. They're just going to start cutting off the supply because you can only feed so many people for so long. That's why your living situation, your living demographics, you have to really pay attention to them, because it doesn't just affect the people around you, it affects you as well. These are just things that we need to start looking at. Think about it. Just think about it. Let's look at it from a simplistic standpoint. Let's just say, let's just use California and Las Vegas. Of course, California has the water shortage. Vegas has the water shortage. We know that. Okay, so what are they doing to put in place to have reserves of water? Like, what are they doing to make sure that California doesn't run out of water? We all share the same water from Arizona to Nevada to California. We all get it from Lake Mead, correct? So if we all getting it from Lake Mead, what is their contingency plan in place of where we can't get and siphon any more water from Lake Mead? Where are you gonna get the water from? Where's the water? What will the water do to you? Is it drinkable water? Is it just bathable water? Showerable water? What? These are natural resources that they control. And if they control these natural resources, we got to have a different plan in place. And the reason why I'm saying that is because think about it. 911 goes out. I'm pretty sure Texas, Oklahoma, Nebraska, they probably like, oh shit, 911. It's probably a little different the way it's set up out there. You can go to somebody that kind of knows how to navigate the land and do different things to get different resources to help whoever needs to call 911. But when you're dealing with a major city like Los Angeles, California, or Las Vegas, Nevada, that shit ain't gonna work. Those are major cities where people solely depend on 911. So we have to be prepared for that. I'm gonna tell you, look around. Look around. Why do y'all think there's an abundance of people migrating? I'm talking about foundational Black Americans, foundational white Americans, natives, white Americans that's been here forever when it was the slave days. So you talk about the white people, not here before black folk, but I'm just talking about the white folk that have been here for a long time. Why do you think they're migrating towards the South? The South has an abundance of resources. But because of what has taken place in the South, it's like it's sacred land. And if you're not foundational Black American, it's like the ancestors come through with all those natural storms that just tears up the South. You know what I mean? It's almost like you have to be foundational Black American for the ancestors not to come through with a tornado or something and just totally destroy that land. It seems like the lands get destroyed when it's based on the dominant society cultivating the land and doing it. I meant to ask David that too. And I'm gonna ask David that now. Do you think that is the ancestors doing that? Because you don't ever hear too many natural disasters tearing up foundational Black Americans' farmland and all that. It seems like when they start taking that farmland from foundational Black Americans, the ancestors was like, all right, well, we'll just put a whole bunch of storms. Oh, you want to seed the clouds and make the storms worse than what they are? Go ahead, and we'll just push them in the way of where y'all are to tear up y'all shit. That's why I'm asking Dave for no compromise. You think it's the ancestors sometimes? I know David gonna have a cold ass answer, but I just wanted y'all to think about that. 911 don't work. Start looking around. Look, I get it. Everybody can't move. You know, it's a financial hardships and times right now, and I understand that shit totally. But if you ever get the chance to even travel a little bit, go look and research these states that have their own natural resources and they're not depending on Lake Mead water. Go look at these states. Look at these states where they have well water, where they get their water from the actual snow that comes into their state. You know, just go look at these. Look at the Texases and the Nebraskas and the North and the South Dakotas. RIP to my homeboy Capone. He told me in 2012 to move to motherfucking North Dakota. He's working on the oil pipeline, and he was making good money. And he called me from North Dakota. This was in 2012. I'll never forget it. And he told me, Warren G, you might like it out here. It's like, man, I want to live out there. Woo, woo. He was like, man, it's not a lot of people. He's like, it's a lot of Native Americans. He's like, not saying that they all good, Warren G, but I'm just saying, man, they not worried about the water and all that, because we've been dealing with this water crisis for the last 24 years in Vegas, and now it's getting worse because there's more people here. And he was like, man, Warren G, this was 2012, and I thought that nigga was crazy. And then I really started to think about it about 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm like, damn, man, Cap wasn't lying. He wasn't capping, as they would say. Because, man, you got to get around a place where there's natural resources. That's why you don't ever hear, you heard North Dakota didn't have no 911, but you didn't hear nobody talking about, oh, my God, we could get the 911. Shit, they know how to live out there. It might not be the best place to go, but let me tell you something. Look at these places that have these natural resources and know how to make it work without 911. Because a lot of these states and a lot of these cities don't depend on no damn 911. They've been socialized to do what the fuck they need to do to survive. That's why these other states, you notice you don't ever hear about them, and they don't really want people moving there either. So just check out this story, check it out. It didn't just happen in Vegas, but I'm questioning why would it happen in Vegas when Vegas is all digitized right now. Vegas is all digital. Vegas ain't behind. Vegas has the best of everything. Don't let these people lie to you. Vegas just don't have no natural resources. That's the only thing Vegas is lacking. If Vegas had its own water supply, we wasn't sharing it with getting it from Lake Mead and sharing it with everybody. We had our own food supplies with our own farms. Vegas had that. Vegas would literally be the shit. Literally. It already is a dope place to live, but without natural resources, it makes it kind of hard. You say, well, why are you saying that? Because when I was in Vegas and they had that toilet tissue shortage and they had that water shortage and a lightweight bit of food shortage, I was like, oh shit, we ain't got no farms out here. We ain't got nothing. Everybody depending on McDonald's, and people don't understand. I read this article about this baby. Her mama took her to Wendy's and she ate some bad food and got a fucking staph infection in her body and ended up suffering brain damage and kidney failure because the damn food contained E. coli. That's why I'm very, very meticulous about it. You have to understand that these major cities where they can't pump out a lot of food, they're just gonna give you meat glue and give you shit that's cross-contaminated. Sometimes you're gonna have to get that fast food and take it home and recook it. For real. But I'm just saying, I hate to deal with this today, but I was just thinking, I said 911. When I saw different states, I was like, oh, wow, that's crazy. But when Vegas popped up, I was like, nah, Vegas is way too modern. Let me tell you something. People can talk all of what the fuck they want to talk about Vegas. Vegas is way too modern for 911 to be fucking. And then they want to blame it on the hackers. Oh, well, Homeland Security said, look, you Homeland Security, motherfucker. You should be able to tell us who, when, what, where, and how. And you up here talking about, man, be weary for the hackers. Nigga, y'all the motherfuckers that's supposed to be, securing this goddamn this residence and all this other bullshit. You securing the perimeter, motherfucker. You Homeland Security. That's what they call you, Homeland Security, motherfucker. I know Homeland Security and immigration, all these other motherfuckers better stop these immigrants from coming over here. I'm tired of paying taxes for people that they put into this system. Shit, that's why Joe Biden's punk ass is getting the fuck out of office. He get on my fucking nerves with his senile ass. He don't know what the fuck going on. He don't even know what day it is. He wake up, hey, Joe, who's that? Nigga, that's you. They give him a speech to say, this motherfucker get talking about Sam, I am the cat and Sam and green eggs and ham. Like, nigga, what? Take that motherfucker's mic. But anyway, like I said, it didn't sit well with me because I'm like, Vegas is way too modern. Anybody that's been to Vegas or visited Vegas, like if you ride around Vegas and look at the infrastructure, you're gonna know it's modern. There's some hood and old places. All I ask you is look at the streets, look at the lights, look at everything around, look at the buildings. You're gonna be like, Vegas way too modern for 911 to be not working. And they talking about, oh, but if you call, we'll text you and then we'll call you back. Nigga, what? Man, stop. And they're gonna keep doing that. Next is gonna be, like Dr. Claude Anderson said, next is gonna be the food and the water. They're gonna do it again, like what they did during COVID with the damn toilet tissue and all that other shit. Because remember, it was the toilet tissue and the water first, and then COVID. And they're gonna do it again. And it's gonna go to all these major cities, you know what I'm saying, that don't have no food supply, that don't have no water supply of their own, and don't have natural resources. Go look at these cities. Look at the North Carolinas, the South Carolinas, the Dakotas, the South Dakotas, the Georgias, and all. Georgia, you don't ever hear. Look, shout out to Even No Compromise. Even if there is problems with their natural resources, you don't never be hearing about that shit on the news because Georgia knows how to work itself out because it's plenty of niggas and plenty of white people out there. And the foundational black Americans out there that are brilliant and the white folk that's out there, oh, they not gonna play that with their resources. David, tell me about that. I know David, no, he out there. I know they not playing no games with their resources like a motherfucker. They ain't playing that shit. I did a little bit of research and I work with some people that live out there and they're like, Warren, they don't be playing that shit with that water and that motherfucking power and that food. She was like, Warren, you will find yourself in a ditch somewhere out there in Georgia. Don't play that shit. Go fucking around with their resources and see what the fuck they do. That's why the South is so prevalent, because in the South, they not gonna play with you. If they anti-black race, they gonna look you in the eye. We don't deal with y'all over here. They ain't gonna be fake, phony, contrived. You gonna, and even the foundational black Americans, they gonna look you in your eye. I know they are, and they ain't gonna play with you out there. They ain't gonna be fake and funny and, oh man, what's happening? Nigga, what the fuck you want, homie? You ain't gonna tear up our natural resources. But go looking and go do your research and leave your comments. Shout out to everybody out there. I just thought that was very, very, very different for 911 not to work in Vegas because Vegas is so modern. And then you have Homeland Security jumping there talking about, oh, well, they already hacked the MGM. So where's Homeland Security into looking into how they hacked the MGM? Stop. Y'all know what the fuck is going on and y'all don't care. That's my time. I'm out. Enjoy your day. Guilty, nigga. Peace. Thank you.